to go. Now we're going here. There we go. Now we're going here. So we are now officially live on the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers here in the AFL regular season 32. Season 32. Oh, that's a past broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get to the actual broadcast here. There we go. So, the Green Bay Packers, I mean, they have some visually appealing team. Okay. The line is changing. There we go. We got some good play here from the Green Bay Packers. A new Packer team. They definitely have some good signings over the last couple of weeks here. Vikings and Packers still both fighting to stay alive here, trying to get a playoff spot in a very tough NFC standing here. Their division leader, the Detroit Lions, are 4-2. Packers are 2-4, and the Vikings are 3-4. You know, Vikings could easily sweep in. I mean, hey, if the Vikings win this game, they still have a really decent shot at making the playoffs, even just as a wild card team. You know, every team in the wild card so far, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 5-1. You know, the NFC is definitely tougher than the AFC this season. But, you know, because the AFC has a lot of wild card teams that are sitting at 3-3, compared to the NFC, who are just absolutely ridiculous. But here we go, Shark back at quarterback. Omni Super Blocker, EST, and Avatar Sharky, along with Cody, 27 Dreams, and Conlord at receiver. Now, I wonder what. There we go. We're going to have a snap football here. Shark takes it up the middle. He has a lane there. And a nice 13-yard pickup. 2nd and 2 for Green Bay. The Packers, once again, sit at 2-4 on the season. Minnesota just lost a game to the Baltimore Ravens, a crucial game at that. It pushed the Ravens to 4-3. Minnesota and Green Bay, what a play there. EST on the reception, his first of the game, and that's going to be a nice 29-yard catch. 1st and 15 now in Minnesota territory for the Packers. We've seen that out of EST so many times this season already. I mean, and the pressure got there. Sharks going to get a gain of 7, though, so 2nd and 8, a manageable 2nd and 8 for the Packers. Shark drops back. Oh, man, he didn't have a Packer uniform on. I thought that was a Minnesota Viking. And that one is swatted, almost picked. Almost intercepted there, but Shark is going to get swatted. Almost picked off by Future. That would have been a huge turn of momentum here in the first quarter. As Shark's going to take it up the middle, there were some good blocks, and that's going to be a Green Bay first down. A gain of 10 yards. 1st and 15 now for the Packers. Going up against a not a very tough Vikings defense, I will say, and that is just over the lead there by the QB. Shark had Conlord in the end zone, number 89 over there. Couldn't hit the mark. I mean, you know, we've seen many quarterbacks try this team. Back of the end zone, I think that was catchable. I think that might have been a drop, actually. Out of 27 Dreams. We see that a lot out of 27. Is that 37? You know what? They're both the same. But that's nice one, Cody, with his first receiving touchdown of the game here. And the Packers are on the board first. a huge third down conversion, but not for a first and goal. That one's going in all the way for a touchdown. And Green Bay takes an early 6-0 lead with the PAT coming up here. Let's see if they go for two. I don't imagine a world they do. Yeah, there we go. PAT from Shark, the quarterback, and he puts it through. So Packers take an early 7-0 lead here. And a very decent drive out of this offense. Let's see what the Packers defense can do here. I mean, they have EST. I've played. I'm a retired player in the AFL. I recently played. So I played on this Green Bay team. I know these players. I played on this Ravens team before with Antbo. But this Packers team, I played with them when Iron Man was their quarterback. And I'm seeing a lot of the same players. I played with EST before Cody. I mean, these guys are good. I don't know. I mean, my prediction for this game is going to be Green Bay over Minnesota. No real life bias, of course. I do think Reaper is a better quarterback than Shark, though. And at the end of the day, I mean, it comes down to matchups. You got Blade on that side against EST and Conlord, and then you got Eye Catch over here against Cody and 27 Dreams. 27 Dreams, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, just not that good of a player. Not that good of a player. I don't understand the hype. He's probably the weakest link on this defense, as Reaper's going to go for 12 there and a 2nd and 3. And it's really going to be, again, it's going to be about matchups. It's going to be about matchups. These defensive ends, they have to get to the quarterback. EST almost hit a big first down there. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Reaper's first throw of the day is off the mark. So here we go. Reaper's going to run this one. It's going to be a first down for Minnesota. Gain of 6 to convert that one. Jajit, we saw a very good game out of him against Baltimore in the Vikings last game here. Hasn't gotten his number called yet, and as I say that, wide open for a touchdown. That's Jajit. I mean, we saw this numerous times against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens could not stop this guy. I mean, he had, I think, over 200 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns against that defense, and that's a tougher defense than this Green Bay one. Green Bay, that was just broken coverage. I mean, we all saw that one. Free safety didn't know what he was doing. The deep came down. Cody. Where was Cody? Where was Cody on that play? I think he dropped down for the fold, and the free safety just couldn't follow Jeet, and that's going to be a long Vikings touchdown, and we are all tied up here in the first quarter again. 2 minutes left in the first, as Green Bay gets to receive this kickoff for a touchback. Let's see what Shark can do here. Can he lead the Packers back downfield and score? I mean, this is going to be a shootout of a game, in my opinion. I don't think either defense is really suitable to stop, either the run game or the pass game. I've streamed a couple of games here and there, but really this season I've really tapped into it, and the Vikings just do not have a very good defense. I mean, they let up so many one-play touchdowns, against Baltimore that we saw just last game, and I do think Baltimore does have a better offense, but you got to take into account that this Packers team, they've signed some all-stars. Cody, 27 Dreams, Avatar Sharky, EST. These guys are all just fantastic receivers that I think are better than this Minnesota defense. So I think this is going to be a shootout, and as we saw, I mean, just broken coverage. Probably a lack of communication from the free safety there. As Shark drops back, he's going to throw short to Sharky, and that's going to be just a gain of 1. 2nd and 14 for the Packers. 3 for 5 and a touchdown for Shark today in this first quarter. A lot of football left to be played. He has a couple open receivers. He finds Conlord. That's one of them over there. Jajit not able to make the tackle. And that's going to be a very long touchdown for the Packers. I mean, as I said, shootout of a game. This will be a shootout. A lot of miscommunication on the defense. Just receivers being better. It's all about matchups. And I don't think the Vikings or the Packers defense has a good matchup for either or. And, I mean, we've seen it already. We have had a couple of one-play touchdowns already in this game. And the Packers go up 13-7 with the extra point coming along here. Shark back to kick, and that one is good. So Conlord has his first touchdown of the day, and that was a big one. That was a big touchdown for the Packers. 1:34 left in the first quarter, and Minnesota's going to get the ball back. I mean, let's see what Reaper can do again. I mean, Minnesota scored a very long touchdown. There have been two 50-plus touchdowns in the first quarter so far. 50-yard plus. I apologize. I mean, this is just I think this is gonna be a shootout. I think this is gonna be a very offensive game. This is gonna be a stat pad game for sure. If you're an offensive player, Reaper and Shark going at it. I mean, this is the battle of the NFC North, one of the best rivalries in the AFL, and Reaper's gonna take his lane there for 9 yards. 27 dreams on the I apologize. I apologize. I did not know 37 dreams. Is that the same fucking guy? I think so. Patch diff with the catch there, and that's going to be a first down. Gain of 8. So they convert their Reaper 2 for 3 and a touchdown. 14-7 with 1:03 left and ticking. Pass rush gets there. Jajit with a catch there. He had the long touchdown, and he has a 27-yarder there. So he is going to have, and the tackle by Avatar Sharky. Jajit, 2 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown as Reaper 1K. Rolls back. Omni Soup gets there. Gets sniped, is coming back. Reaper 1K is very backed up there, and yeah, he's just going to throw it away. So 2nd and 15 for the Vikings. A very smart throwaway there from Reaper. I mean, we've seen that a lot against the Ravens. We saw that a lot against the Ravens. Patch diff, getting another screen pass there. It's a gain of 4. And these short little gains here, they make these next downs very manageable for the offense. 3rd and 11. As we see there, he almost had a sack, and he does. A loss of 21, 4th and 33, and the Vikings are going to go for it. 15 seconds and ticking. Reaper took a sack. He had a couple open guys on that 3rd down, and he just did not take it. So they're going to toss this one up on 4th and 33, and Affinity tied. Whoa, whoa. Is that a touchdown? Waiting on the call for the ref here from Blake. I thought that was a touchdown. And it is. So there it is. So the Vikings on a toss-up to Affinity tied here. Wow. I mean, what a play. What a play out of Infinity. And, okay, well, Reaper just overthrew the free touchdown. So now they're going to have to add an extra couple of seconds here to the second quarter. Wow. As we wait here for the Vikings to score their free touchdown, as it was to Affinity tied. I apologize. Affinity tied. We are going to see. Okay, Avatar Sharky on the coverage. An NFL update here. The 49ers slammed the Indianapolis Colts 48-27. That NFC bracket, just like how it is in the AFL, that NFC bracket is tough. You got a lot of 9-10 win teams that are barely scratching the wild card. The Packers are a good example, 9-5-1. They're barely the 7th seed. And the 49ers with a win here today get one step closer to a division title. So here we go. Touchback 14-14 here in this first half. What can the Green Bay Packers do to stop this Vikings offense? I mean, they got a huge sack, 4th and 33, and they just could not stop the toss-up. So here we go. Avatar Sharky with a nice catch there. So here we go. Reaper able to throw that touchdown there. Shark back on offense, leading this Packers team. A couple of good touchdown throws already, as he has another throw there to EST. That was dangerous. Reaper almost jumping that one. That would have been huge for the Vikings. EST able to come down with it. 2 catches for 40 yards now in this game. Here comes Shark. Drops back again. He takes his lane there. It's going to be a nice run. He has 41 on the day, 11 there. First down, or second down. Now for the Pack. Shark rolls back. Has a man, but I mean, that was just well covered by Minnesota. 3rd and 4. I don't know what is happening there. 3rd and 4 now. And that's going to be a nice pass there. It's going to be just a quick conversion. 1st and 10. Gain of 11 to Avatar Sharky, who makes another great catch there for the Packers offense. Packers have a chance. If they're able to beat the Vikings tonight, they have a chance at the playoffs for the NFC. And that's going to be overthrown, probably thrown away there for Shark under pressure. 4 incompletions for Shark today. He has a very impressive stat line tonight. You usually see these AFL quarterbacks throwing a lot of incompletions, throwing a lot of bad balls, but that to the back of the end zone. 37 dreams with his first touchdown catch of the day, and the Packers are keeping up with this Vikings team with another touchdown. 2:36 left to go, and now the extra point here. We saw a couple of blocked extra points. That one is not one of them, so 21-14 with 2:36. Minnesota will get the ball back here. We have seen, the Vikings, I can't get over that last game, lost in miserable fashion to the Baltimore Ravens. The Vikings were able to score a touchdown against the Ravens in overtime, but Reaper threw an interception on the 2-point conversion, and that one goes backwards, incomplete. Quick line screen to Affinity Tide is denied, I think, by their own player. Patch diff moving out of the way. Another grand miscommunication from this Vikings team. That's what it's been all game, especially on their defense. Their defense just was not ready for what the Packers had to bring. There are a couple of receivers that Reaper has. He's going to find Jajit down the field. That's going to be a Minnesota touchdown. That is Jajit's second touchdown of the first half. Wow, look, as I said, this is going to be a shootout game. Both teams are already at 20 points in this first half. The Vikings are going to go for the tie as Reaper 1K has been delivering some lasers down the field. That one was a little underthrown, almost intercepted. If it was underthrown any more than that, I think Avatar Sharky had the interception, but Jajit has gotten loose a couple of times already in this first half. 21-21, 2:19 left in the first half. A very tied game, a very offensive game here in the NFC, and this is a battle for the NFC North here. Packers. Sorry, I got a text from somebody. This is bothering me very much. Shark on the drop back. He threw it to the ground, almost sacked. Didn't want to take a sack. Throws it in the ground there to a receiver, of course. Shark's going to drop back again. Another incomplete pass. Another incompletion. Shark takes the snap. Rolls back. Has some time here. Actually surveying the field this time. He's got Conlord on the sideline there, and that's going to be a completion. A gain of 33. What a third down conversion for the Packers. Just a great catch there from Conlord. He had a great touchdown earlier as Cody, he's going to make the catch there at the first down. He's going to make a couple of people miss, and number 5 is down to the... Wow. I apologize. Down to the 17-yard line. Reaper 1K on the tackle there. That is Cody's second catch of the game. Conlord able to snag that football out of the air for his second touchdown of the first half. So the Vikings have been hitting Jajit, and the Packers have been hitting Conlord for their touchdowns. 3 catches, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and that's a blocked kick. The PAT has been blocked by the Minnesota Vikings. Wow. That could be the difference maker here, as both teams have been very consistent on offense, scoring on every drive so far. There has not been a drive in this game that has not been scored. But that blocked PAT could be the difference maker for Minnesota. I mean, that was a great effort from their special teams as Reaper's going to take his lane here. The Vikings now, with a gain of 6 there, they have an opportunity to take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point kick. They have an opportunity for a lead here. Their first lead of the football game, it would be. Jajit able to make the catch there, a great route, and he's able to make a couple people miss. He's still on his feet to the 30, to the 20, inside the red zone, to the 10. These stops there to taunt 5 touchdown. That's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the first half. Jajit, I mean, he had a very stellar game against the Baltimore Ravens just yesterday. And now the Vikings have a 1-point lead with 1:04 left, but I think they left the Packers a little too much time on the clock. They could score here again. Every drive has been a score. There's been 8 drives in this football game so far, and all 8 of them have been resulted in touchdowns. Jajit with his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. Jajit is making his statement as one of the better wide receivers in the NFL, or the AFL. I apologize. Had to test my audio. So here we go. 28-27. Shark drops back. Cody stops there. He's going to get another catch. That's going to be a first down. So 1 minute warning. 28-27 off of the blocked PAT attempt. That was huge for Minnesota. They blocked the PAT and they score another touchdown with Jajit, able to make a couple men miss. His 3rd on the day. Conlord still has 2 touchdowns here. Shark drops back. He overthrows the little route there for Cody. And nice one, Cody. He's been all over the field today. A couple of catches in this first half. He's got a lot of yardage. Shark almost getting sacked there. He's stepping up to it as that's a deep ball for Cody, and it's caught by the Packers. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Cody, and there it is. So the Packers take the lead back again. I imagine they go for 2 here. They do. But, I mean, this also brings up the point where I'm saying where now Minnesota has some time to score. You're leaving 46 seconds on the clock. You're not driving down the field. This is a just straight up shootout game. And he's going to hit the back of the end zone. He doesn't get it. So now the Packers not only have missed a PAT, but they have missed a 2-point conversion. Now they only lead by 5 now. Rather than, if they kicked the extra point here, they would have led by 6 again. But wow, I mean, they lead by what? Now they have a 5-point lead. They left 45 seconds on the clock for Reaper and his very electric offense. I've said it before, I'll say it again on this broadcast. Neither team has been able to stop the other. As there's a nice 4-yard run from Reaper 1K. And we've seen this out of the Vikings offense when they played the Ravens. They had a 14-point lead against the Ravens. They did blow it, but I mean, granted, it just kind of shows that they can take a big lead, and that is going to be overthrown, way overthrown, from Reaper. 50% completion percentage, but doesn't seem to affect the offense in any way. 22 seconds. If the Packers can really lock up here, then they'll go to halftime with a 5-point lead as Jajit, once again, making the catch, making some men miss, getting some nice blocks from the rest of his team as Cody can't make the tackle. 37 Dreams can't make the tackle, and 5-4 Vikings score again with 4 seconds left in the first half. 4 receiving touchdowns for Jajit, and they just cannot stop this guy. 5 catches, 299 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the Vikings take the lead back, and the extra point gives them a 2-point lead with 4 seconds to go in the first half. I think this Green Bay Packers 4-second drive is the first one they will not score on. And I do believe that Minnesota gets the ball at halftime. I do believe the Green Bay Packers scored first in this game. We have had 10 drives, 10 touchdowns. This is the 11th drive of the game. No punts, no turnovers so far. However, I think with 4 seconds left, on a toss-up, this is going to be a very 50-50 kind of ball game here. Timeout for the Packers with 1 second to go. A 3-second play there. Very, very interesting. Very interesting 6-yard gain there. I mean, you want to get as much, room as you can, I guess. And, Jajit leaving 4 seconds on the clock could jeopardize the Vikings' lead here if the Packers are able to score. I mean, if they're able to just throw this fade ball and throw this toss-up, just score the Reaper's coming, he gets past Snipe. And yeah, I mean, Sharky had to let that one go. And that one's picked off by Affinity, tied with no time left in the first half. So, first turnover of the game occurs at the end of the first half on the toss-up. So the Vikings go into halftime with a lead of 35-33. What a game so far. Did they just break it? No way. Oh no. There we go. So Minnesota and Green Bay. I just realized I had the game audio off. I apologize for that. I apologize. Oh, well, it looks like it doesn't work anyway, so who cares? Who cares if it's on or off? Who cares? Anyways. So the Vikings do get the second half kickoff up by 2 points. I'm not even going to count that last drive with 4 seconds. 10 drives, 10 touchdowns. These teams are slugging it out. Vikings obviously projected to score 70. The Packers projected to score 66. If we're going off the first half here, if they're going to keep running this ball, Reaper 1K. 6-yard pickup, and I think the Vikings should probably try to take as much time off the clock as possible while still scoring a touchdown on this drive. That would kind of cement their defense for success. Wow, as he's able to get past, and that's going to be a throwaway there for Minnesota. A big shed there for the defensive line there. For AFL O-line, the Vikings. Reaper drops back. No pressure so far. Sitting comfortably. And he's going to hit Affinity Tide, who caught the toss-up at the end of the first half there. He intercepted it. Green Bay not able to score, and Affinity Tide gets his second catch of the game. He has a touchdown here. Reaper has thrown 5 touchdowns so far. And if he's... Oh, wow. Hey, so we're going to ignore that stutter. We are. We actually are. Contrary to popular belief, So Reaper's going to drop back here. He's going to get some decent blocks. Surveying the field. Short ball there. Wow. Dropped by Exose. Almost intercepted by the Packers. That would have changed the momentum of this game so much. You're on defense. You're playing down right now. You're playing behind with a 2-point deficit. You can't let anything else up, as Jajit's going to get wide open again as Cody comes in and gets the interception for Green Bay on 3rd and 15. Cody makes a couple of men miss. He gets some good blocks. He's on the return. This could be a pick 6 for Green Bay, and it's looking like it. Cody dives. He doesn't get in. And on Cody's first interception of the game here, he's going to score for Green Bay, and they take the lead right back by 4. I don't imagine they go for oh wow, they are. I would have thought an extra 2 points, but hey, taking a 5-point lead rather than a 4-point lead is better. So what a pick 6 for Cody, and just a switch of momentum for this Packers defense, who didn't get a stop all first half, letting up 5 touchdowns, finally getting an interception. Finally getting an interception, forcing a turnover. And not just that, but returning it for a touchdown to put their team back up in the lead by 5. What a play from Cody. He's been great on offense so far, and now great on defense, able to bait Reaper on a throw that he has made so many times today to Jajit. Finally, Cody, coming up on it, and he picks it off, and that's going to be a huge momentum shift now. Reaper now has to play with that kind of conscience And wow, yeah, he's gonna have a couple wide open receivers there on the drags, and yeah, I mean, I catch on Noobs is gonna get that one. He's gonna make a man miss. He has a blocker. Makes another man miss. Makes another. Has a blocker. Finally tackled after a 72-yard catch by EST. And that's gonna bring them at like just the half-yard line here. But I mean, wow. A catch. He makes a lot of men miss. EST able to make the diving stop, as that's gonna be another touchdown to Jajit. That is 5 receiving touchdowns in this game. I'm not going to be surprised if, he takes home wide receiver of the year by the end of this season. Just for, I mean, this is stat padding at its finest. You can have anyone run that route. And the Vikings take the lead back by 2. So, scores up in the 40s now. And we're not even at the fourth quarter yet. Wow. This is the first time where we will see the Packers offense in this second half. Minnesota started with the football. They threw a pick 6 to Cody. They got back on offense. 72-yard play downfield and a screen pass to Jajit for a touchdown. So Shark gets back. He's going to throw that one to Cody. 126 receiving yards, 10 right there. Cody's really been an all-star for this team so far. Shark's going to drop back. Has a couple of men. Open. Cody right in the middle over there and 87 over there, and he's going to throw that one away. It was a good decision there, a smart one, not to take a sack. You'll see a lot of other these quarterbacks here in the AFL take that sack. His avatar Shark, he's going to catch it, but he does not get the first. A gain of 3, 4th and 2. What do you go here? You go for another screen pass, but they're all playing up. I mean, you can really do something creative here. Yeah, I mean, they're all playing up. Avatar Sharky gets the catch again. Just barely gets the first down, but he does. Falling forward for it. 5 catches, 28 yards. Cody's going to go streak down the middle as Sharky again is the target on that one. 349 passing yards. 5 passing touchdowns for Shark. 105 left and rolling. And EST's going to get a nice catch, making a couple of people miss. Goes back up the middle. Wow, was not tackled. EST 5-1-0. First touchdown of the game for him. And that's going to be a long one there. With 55 seconds left, the Packers take the lead back in this third quarter with another PAT attempt here. 3 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown for EST, making a lot of people miss, breaking tackles to give the Packers a 5-point lead back. That was a desperate offensive drive there. Again, I mean, neither defense is really playing well. I think the only one who had a great play on defense was Cody, getting that interception and bringing it back for 6 against this Vikings offense here. Reaper 1K with the ball. Exose is going to get the catch there. It's going to be caught. We're going to go into broadcast mode here. How do we like it? How do we like broadcast mode here? Reaper 1K. This is NFL angle. This is college football angles. Reaper 1K is going to drop back here. I kind of like it. How are we messing with it? There's a nice one there for Blade KOs. First reception of the day for 32 yards. Reaper 1K. 1st and 15 in Green Bay territory. The pass rush is getting to him. Gets sniped. An AFL O-line gets to him. That's another big sack for AFL O-line. He had one earlier. That's going to be a loss of 30. So all those yards that they just picked up, almost all of them are gone in one play with 5 seconds to go and rolling here in this half, or in this quarter. Exose with another 19-yard catch. 3rd and 27 going into this fourth quarter. 3rd and 27 to go into the fourth. I mean, and you gotta see, there have been a lot of great plays, but I mean, just a couple of them here. Reaper 1K. We're going back into broadcast mode here for a little bit. I kind of like the angle as Reaper 1K is gonna drop back. rolling backwards. All right, all right. We'll go back to normal. We'll go back to normal. Reaper 1K unloads deep, overthrown, thrown away. 4th and 27. I mean, and if you're the Vikings, you need a conversion here. You need a conversion. Otherwise, you give Green Bay the ball in great, field position. And, I mean, their offense, again, is just not been stopped. As that's going to be a nice toss-up there, Conlord, with an interception. So he had 2 touchdowns in the first half. It looked like he was going to be the main target for this Packers team, but Shark has been able to spread the ball out very nicely between EST, Conlord, Cody, and some 37 Dreams over there. But the Packers are able to get a stop there, and Vikings swat the ball away. If Green Bay's offense can score, we're going to go into broadcast mode for a series here with the Packers, as we did with one series over there with Minnesota. And Shark just almost runs into the defensive end there. Throws a bad ball to Sharky. We haven't really seen a lot of bad balls out of Green Bay today, but there's one of them. And that was a crucial one as it brings up 3rd and long. This NFC North battle is exciting. He has a receiver, but it's picked off by Blade. Blade KOs, and the Vikings. The Vikings have the ball back, down by 5, 3:18 left, 1st and 15. A couple of turnover trades here in the 4th quarter. As Reaper's gonna run there for 2 yards. Oh man, Reaper with the ball. I mean, he's looking for Jajit downfield. That's his favorite receiver, and he almost had him there. I mean, I would have said he did. Oh, and an interception out of bounds for Avatar Sharkey. Both quarterbacks are really choking this game away in the 4th quarter. There have been more turnovers in this 4th quarter than there have been the entire game. And honestly, I think the entire season from Reaper 1K, as he has Jajit on the comeback. Someone dove and they're not able to make the tackle as Jajit takes it in for his 6th receiving touchdown of the game on the Packers defense. 48-47. Minnesota taking a 1-point lead, 7 catches, 6 touchdowns. This is a Randy Moss stat line for Jajit. He had this last game against the Ravens, and Minnesota boots it through. So 47-49. Minnesota leads by 2 with 2 minutes 40 seconds left in the game. This is a huge close game here for the Packers and the Vikings. Both teams still fighting for a spot in the playoffs late in the season here. I mean, we are past the midseason threshold where the Vikings just played their 7th game, and this is the Packers' 7th game from what I saw from the standings. So we're a little bit past that the midpoint of the season here. Both teams still not eliminated from the playoffs. Both teams are still not eliminated as the Detroit Lions lead the NFC North. The Packers and Vikings not too far behind. I mean, it's not like the Lions have this super great record either. I mean, 4-2 so far from what I've seen. Again, I don't know if these standings are completely up to date. I know they're not because I just called 2 Texans games where they lost both of them, and they're still labeled as, I think, 0-6, as they are now 0-8. I know they're playing tonight as well against the Jaguars, and we will tune into that, give you an update here at the end of the game, or at the 1-minute warning. As Shark's going to take that one up the middle. Packers playing from behind again. I mean, the leads have changed so many times. I think this is the most lead changes in a game this season, and it belongs to the Packers and Vikings this week. Shark getting pressured. Avatar Sharky able to come up, and how? Let me ask this question. How has Avatar Sharky been in Super Bowls, or been in wide receiver of the year talks, or tight end of the year talks? How has he been in those talks? He let Patch diff up. He has 6 catches for like 30 yards. I don't know. I mean, man, it might be the quarterback plays. There's an incompletion there. 4th and 5 for the Packers. They must convert this if they want to win this game. Must convert this. Otherwise, Reaper's going to take the ball and just run out the clock. Take home the victory. Wow, what a throw. What a throw from Shark, just out of range of Jajit. and in range for Conlord to make the catch on the sideline and get a first down here. Crucial first down. Crucial first down. As Shark rolls back. He's got a couple of open men. He's going to take one of them, which is AFL O-line with 11. Oh, wow. My thing just refreshed. I apologize. An 11-yard catch there. 2nd and 4 for the Packers. And Avatar Sharky's going to get that one. He's not even... That is another screen pass to Sharky where he just doesn't have a first down. I mean, they rode that all the way to 4th down. 7 catches, 34 yards. I mean, he's been a crucial part of the offense regardless. As Shark's going to take that one up the middle for a first down. And, I mean, as you can see here, you know, they're taking this down to the 1-minute warning. Really trying to make this one. Well, I am not the referee, unfortunately. I don't know who is. Actually, I don't know who is calling this game. I think it's Blake who is calling the game as an official. Chargers and Buccaneers do not have a streamer. I was going to tune in there and kind of give you a score update. But that is just not happening. As Avatar Sharky with a nice catch there. 53 seconds and rolling for the Packers. You got to remember the Vikings can just hit a one-play touchdown as they've done so many times in this game already. So here it is. 40 seconds and rolling. What is the milking rule? I have no clue. I have no clue what the milking rule is. I don't think there is one. As we just saw Shark take the clock all the way down to 1 second there and snap it. He doesn't have a lot of options. He's going to throw that one away. Jajit grabbing the interception, but incomplete. 3rd and 5 with 20 seconds to go. Could be one of the final plays of the game here. Shark, my apologies. Gain of 1. Timeout. 4th and 5. This is the do-or-die play. This is the do-or-die play. And I'll tell you what, that second quarter was so crucial for the Minnesota Vikings. Outscoring the Packers 28-19. You know, able to hold on to that lead there. 49-47. 4th and 5. This could be the most crucial play of the game here as they need a first down as Cody open in the end zone for a 4th and 11. That's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. He has a pick 6 as well. So for this Packers team, he has scored 4 touchdowns in this game. As wow, I mean, Green Bay now looking to take a 6-point lead with a 2-point conversion here, but that could be the that could be the downfall. I mean, even getting this 2-point conversion, as they don't, doesn't matter if they did. But if they did, the Vikings, you know, if they scored a touchdown, they'd still have an opportunity to win with an extra point. But now with 11 seconds to go, 53-49. Wow. 11 seconds. We've seen a lot of one-play touchdowns out of Minnesota. If you're the Packers, you can't let that up. You're only up by 4 points here, 53-49. With 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What a game it's been. What an offensive game it's been here for the Packers. And if you're a Packer fan, I mean, this is great for you, but Vikings take a timeout with 8 seconds left. Reaper trying to look for that clutch gene that he so desperately kind of needs right now. That he did not have against the Ravens. He scored that final touchdown in overtime, but threw the interception on the 2-point conversion. He cannot let that happen again. If the Vikings lose 2 in a row here, wow. The Packers defense played up on this second down, and that's going to cost them. It's going to still be a toss-up as Jajit gets his 7 receiving touchdowns in this game, and that is going to be the end of it. 55-53. Wow. Reaper 1K, 646 and 8 touchdowns, 2 picks. Receiving those, Jajit, 14 targets, 8 catches, 431 with 7 touchdowns. Where is his touchdowns? Right here, 7 touchdowns. Wow. I mean, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. What a game. Packers Vikings. What a game. Wow. Good game there for them.